Siman Shin Chof. It's a Shgocha Protus because Balda's Yomtov and Yomtov people always. The truth is that for people could ask about Shabbos too. Every Yomtov I get a question from someone. Can I take a shower? Um. So finally we're actually.
Now it's Erev Shabbos Yomtov.
I understand this Yomtov. I'm not going to get so many questions. When you get the question,
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because when you have a 3-day Yom Tov situation, you have Shabbos and then 2 days Yom Tov. By the third day, at least two people ask me, Rabbi, can I take a shower?
The other way around. But now it's only 2 days. It's Thursday,
Now,
Friday,
yeah,
Saturday.
I'm
No,
not.
but maybe the Kuvit Shabbos.
So, okay, I can't tell you what people are going to ask or not. I might get the question, I might not. But like.
This is still Friday. Yeah, Thursday night, Friday, Shabbos.
Shavuos is Friday Shabbos. So I might not get the question that much, but anyway, this is the sugi that we're dealing with. Din rechitz b'Shabbos, obo yud gimel sivim. Started last week. Let's go back. Chum said it's also to wash the goof or over the goof with hot water. We don't care if it's bekli or bekarka. Not allowed to. I feel a hucham Shabbos. You remember in the Gemara we had a discussion if there's a difference kli bekarka. But anyway, those that say it's also ben bekli ben bekarka. If the water was heated up erev Shabbos, afilu that was heated erev Shabbos. Now balonim shemacham b'Shabbos v'amram erev Shabbos ochamno. This is gzeres balon. We didn't learn the Gemara till the end. Next week in Mitzvah we'll learn the Gemara. We'll learn it till the end. But the Alter Rebbe brings a chidush dikeran. V'alfa pi shaloi nechshu du Yisrael ala Shabbos l'chalal bezodin. How could you say that the Gemara says that the people that used to the balonim, the people that used to run the merchatzos used to make water hot on Shabbos, and they would say they did it at Shabbos. So they were machal Shabbos and they lied about it. It sounds terrible. The Ran said no. Loy nachshad Yisrael ala shvisa lachal bezod. Chomokam hoy noistem eitzim tachas amayim tzaynanim. Me'boyjem somach lachashechem ve'mizbarim ha'ilchem kol Shabbos. Mesacham mesamayim shalayim. But that was also mishum gezeira shema yishkech v'yachata b'kol mishachashechem. What they did was they put hot water, they put pots with cold water on the fire without a blech right before the sun set. And that's also why Shem Yachata B'Gachol. If you remember, one of the last sugyas that we left off in Siman Undala that was we brought from somebody showing him that held that fruits, because you can eat it raw, you don't need a blech. You don't need that it should be kof when the sun because you can eat it raw anyway. The Alter Rebbe says, but water, no way, Jose. Water, if you remember, the Alter Rebbe said, forget about it. Either it has to be cooked 50% before Shabbos, or you have to have a blech. Pick which one you want. But you can't tell me, I can have water raw. It's not true. You can't. If you want to drink tea, you can't have it. You can't have cold tea. If you want warm tea, you want warm tea. It's not like fruits. That's what. But Alter Rebbe was mitzayin to Siman Chavov from the one of the ayahs in the Kuntas Achan. So especially if you learn it the way that Ran learns it. So what was the gzeira? Not chas v'sholem that the people that are running the bathhouses were cooking water. They were putting water without a blech. So you see, you need to have a blech when you put water. If the din is that you don't need to have a blech, so what did they do wrong? Now, Elamai, you see, you need to have a blech when you put water before Yom Tov. So either or Shabbos. I'm sorry, Shabbos. Yom Tov's blechus nefesh allowed. Saying Shabbos. So Shabbos, you have a choice. Either your water is already 50% done, whatever 50% means. Shachanam de shakla you what 50% means. Or whatever 50% means that it's 50% hot. Or you have a blech. Or you have a blech. That's why we left off last time. that there's a new type of hot water machine. There is those that you just the very cheap ones you plug in and it has a pump, so you can't make it higher or lower. So probably that's already
Now they
old
have
like a
those with the
blech.
Shabbos button. That's
Oh,
what I have.
there's a nice thing. It says Shabbos Kodesh on it. You saw
Yeah.
this?
And you press the
We have
button and then it
it's
doesn't.
no, this is a different one. I think we have it here. I have it in my house. They sell it with a nice blech on top of the buttons,
Oh.
and it says Shabbos Kodesh. It says Shabbos Kodesh.
What if a peso?
It says Shabbos Kodesh. Agam, so we spoke about it. The blech really has to be on the fire. But listen, the fire is taki covered, and the fire taki, and it doesn't have a thing that makes it higher or lower. It's just on and off. So, Ella, my fort, fort something. Okay, so you have a blech on the button. You have a blech on the button. Okay. Anyway, so that's the chiddush of the Ran. The Ran said that it wasn't chas v'shalom that they were Yidden were cooking water and Shabbos and lying about it. They were just putting it on Friday without a blech. Svira, shame on you. Shaygets.
It's so loud.
I think,
How loud is it inside?
yeah, they lost their hearing long ago. Lefikach aser l'chol adam leichetz b'chamen afilu shlo b'merchetz shel balon. Once Chacham said it's also, they said, I don't care b'merchetz shel balonim, not shel balonim. Afilu lishpol chamayim al gufi l'shtato she'ein zed ha'chrichitza shel b'merchetz shesham machnas gufi v'vorah p'tay chamayim. Even if he's pouring the water in his body, which is what we do today, which is a shower, which is not the derech rechitza. Zman Chazal the derech rechitza b'merchetz was that he goes with the guf and Ivorim in the mind. So still Chazal said that even if he's pouring the water in himself, they also decided to make also. Even if he does a kol eir levadai, levadai. Lafa became lechil chom gerasi. Gimish akaponim doim mektsas lerechitza shebemerketz. Erechitz kol gufay oirubay, because it's doim a little bit to the rechitza bemerketz. Chazal went out a very long way to answer many, many things to keep Yidden away, to keep Yidden away from going to the bathhouse, because the bathhouse the Yidden would go, and the balonim they would put the water without a blech, and it's shem yachata b'gecholim. It's just like we're going to see later that Ran says about a certain issue, the pula. He says because the whole gzeiras marchatzos is like a far out zeta, because it is a far out zeta. There is a kernel of a deiraisa here, because Chas Shem is machata b'gecholim, he does all better deiraisa. But it's shema. It's shem yachata b'gecholim. Okay. Aval muter lirchitz mechamed ponav the veraglev. But you're allowed to wash ponav the veraglev. You shori about him or any other eva. As long as it's not being roichetz reiv gufay. As long as it's not roichetz reiv gufay, you're allowed to. Lachem b'makom shein shaminik. Muter liisha lilbish levonim b'Shabbos. She's allowed to put on white clothing b'Shabbos. Keina tzricha lirchitz elapanah shalmata. V'bein yarkesel. She's allowed to. She's allowed to start. In other words, she's allowed to make a hefsek taita on Shabbos. Because that she's only a miyut of a goof. She has to wash. She should be careful not to do it with a shmata, only with water in her hands. Because with a shmata, she can come to schita. So the emes, there was a minig to aser to aser, and the boys can bring mokim shenogu nogu, others say no, shemel vatal the minig. That if they would say that on Shabbos you're not allowed to do a hefsek taida because you're going to wash, and they were scared that the woman is not a talmid chachama, that she's going to take a shmata and she'll put water in it, and she'll then it's sita, which is isa deiraisa. So, but others said no, to teach the women how to do it, that they shouldn't do it with a shmata, and then it's mutagamur. And fakert is brought in the Shari Tshuva brings from the Sfarim Akdoshim that there were places that they were mavatal the tefillah motzah Shabbos. That women shouldn't do hefsek taira on Shabbos, and other places, Chas v'Sholom, there's a psak Kabbalah that a woman that goes to mikveh motzah Shabbos, that it's a moedik eschus, and that she wasn't zeich to have children, she'll be dafka zeich to have children, dafka by going to mikveh motzah Shabbos. Okay. Yeah, and I'm saying it, like unfortunately, some mikvahs where the mikvah ladies are a little kaptonim, and especially Motzah Shabbos, like late Shabbosim, they don't have too many patience for the women that come. So as women have little babies, and Motzah Shabbos, Bismikitz Chadrei, Bismikitz Chaker, and the mikvahs are not so accommodating. But man da wissen, was steht in the Shari Tshuvas and the Sforim HaKadoshim, the Motzah Shabbos, it's an unbelievable schus for women to go to the mikvah. Anyway, Chodze b'chame oir, this is what we're talking about, b'chame oir, b'chame tveria, what the Lord puts b'lach, let's go for yachad, b'techa amayim. Chazal never made a gzeira b'chame tveria because there's no cooking water, not shy cooking water. We're going to learn next week in the Gemara that they did make a gzeira and they saw the gzeira doesn't stand and it doesn't matter. It's not fair, it's not right, so they took away the gzeira from b'chame tveria. The person is allowed to bathe with If it's bekarka, you're allowed to. If it's not kli, then it's the same din as chameor. Why? Nesho. Kolshu bekli. If it's not kli, shein ein nikar ben chameor chametveria. If it's in a kli, you can't tell the difference. And it's similar to the other machlokes we had in the Mishnah about cooking an egg in a hot cloth. Rabbi Yosef said it's mutter because it's told us hakama. The Chacham said it's also because Shemi's Chalaf told us hakama, but told us a person doesn't know if the cloth is hot from the sun or from the oven.
So between is no question, it's okay?
Yeah.
Melchatchila Shabbos, the whole question is common.
Yeah.
A man wants to take a cold shower.
Yeah, a cold shower.
Melchatchila, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cold, ice cold.
Yeah. That's it.
So is only mutter if there is no, it's out in the nature. But if there's a roof, you're not allowed to. Also, it's going to start to sweat. Also, lazia b'Shabbos k'mashiach is body. Not be mazia and Shabbos, as we'll say too. V'yeshem and others say no. Shemut lazia b'chamet tveria. Shrei lo says azay elam shem zayis rechitza. If you're going to do zay, you're going to do rechitza. But over here, what's the problem? Do zay and do rechitza. It's all chamet tveria. Even shemut alirchet b'chamet tveria. Kol shkein shemut lazia ben. Machmidim. Machmidim the Rambam is because they Pashas hold it's a general gzeira. If a person is going to be mazia, even machamet tveria, you don't know where. It's similar to what we said before. If by chamet tveria, you're allowed to if it's bekarka, but if you're doing it from a kli, no one can see if this water that's hot came from how they get hot. Same thing with zeya. Person is mazia. It's not nikit if the zeya came from the chamet tveria or the zeya came from water that was cooked in a pot in a chainik on the fire. It's not nikit. So, but the Mekilim say no, but it's mashma from the Mishnah and the Braisa that the zeya it comes once you're allowed to be rechaz and not allowed to be mazia. But here you're allowed to be rechaz. So how can you say it can't be mazia? It doesn't make sense. But then Allah could be from holach achara mekel. You could be mekel. That's the way the Alter Rebbe paskins. Really, Shulchan Aruch, it's not so clear. It's Yeshem and Yeshemrim, and it has to do with a Geshmak Kashir that I want to do on Shavuos night. One of the nine Mishagas that on the Yomtov, the whole Olam starts singing with the Chazan. Koele. You saw it? No. They did it this year based on Menachem Mendel. Mit gelacht and mit getan. Okay, you didn't see it? Wait for Shavuos.
I was here. What do you mean? I was here, but he didn't like it. The Balkor was not appreciative of it.
I don't know. I don't get mixed up here, but my ears are open.
The Balkor
I heard
didn't do it.
somebody else didn't do it.
Don't say Kahil.
So I'm giving a sheet about Ke'ela.
Okay.
Spoiler, you're not
They
supposed
had
to
now in the shul, Yalav Yuvadet and Kael also. The same town.
Just in Michigas of two people that were bored in the middle of Kriyas Torah came up from Michigas and they caught fire all over, in the film world. Just true
Few
Michigas.
years.
A few years. I didn't say when. I said
Yeah, certainly a few years going.
two bored people sat in the back of the shul, and the chazan says, "Hey, let us do whatever." It's in the
Pesach, every day we have the same prayer.
So the whole everyone like a choir starts singing with the chazan. Koheile.
Schleppzach, and they schlep it for long.
So I was just a mishigas, a pure mishigas.
So you have
But
that
I have what to say about it.
After
I have an hour worth of a shir. I'm not going to ruin it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have nothing to say. You're not going to
No, I'll be here.
You're not going to come. And it has to do with the
Either
whole
way.
thing about how you, when Shulchan Aruch says two shittas, Yeshem v'Yeshem, Yad Malachim, Chlokes and Taz, how you go. But anyway, it's a really juicy sugya. It has to do with a sign that the Rebbe Rashab put up in the Beis Medrash on Lubavitz and Tofresh Samach Vov.
Very good.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's a good cheer for Shavuos night.
You're giving a season.
Yeah. Exactly.
I come either way.
You're coming anyway. Exactly. I'm preaching to the choir right now. Okay. Okay. Let me misakam bat chamitveria. When I looked before I came to the shir, I looked in the Piskei Teshuvos. I always look in the Piskei Teshuvos. So he said today it's not shaykh the whole thing of chamitveria because if you go to these places where there's bathhouses for healing, so anyway, it's gezeres shrika samamonim. If you're going to Marimbad, or not Düsseldorf,
Germany?
not in Düsseldorf. There was another place where the Friedrich Rebbe wrote that. No, the famous letter. It almost sounds like Düsseldorf, a little bit more funny. So the bathhouse is Shchikas Ha'amonim. So this din is not relevant. I'm sorry, it is relevant. Ka'omur le'il, this din is very, very relevant. It's relevant, like I said last week, in a country called Iceland. Now, the truth is, in America, it's shaykh too. In Wyoming and Montana.
Yeah, but over there it's burning. You can't do anything.
Ich weiß nicht, wie sie
The
geht.
geysers,
Yeah. No, but under the ground, if you take pipes, I don't know if they do it Lapoil.
you get burned.
I want to go there. I want to take my kids on a road trip. I want to take them to this year to Wyoming and Montana and Idaho and Utah. So exactly with mashed potatoes.
What,
You can
Yosemite
take the
Park?
Yellowstone.
Yeah, okay, but it's boiling. The water, you get burned.
No, so that's what they do. What they do in Iceland is they take the water from under the ground and it sits in a tank and it cools off. It comes in, the water comes in, it's 200 degrees. Sits there until.
So that's allowed on Shabbos?
Oh, so it's Chamitveria. So there's two. Look, Lamanda Omar that if it's Makuda, it's also. So everything, most of the showers and bathtubs, and no one has a bathtub on their roof that's not Makuda. Everyone is Makuda.
Right.
So you can, but anyway, we say linyan halachim divrei sefer halach achra mekel. We say it should be mekel. So even if it's Makuda, if it's Chamit Tveria, it could be mekel. The shaila is like something else. We say b'Chamit Tveria has to be bekarka and not bekli, right? What's the pshat karka? You could say a few things.
The nature, the original natural.
One way you could say in the nature, in the original natural in the karka.
Yeah.
Even in Iceland, no one's sitting in there. There are places in Iceland where you could sit in the original place. I mean, I wouldn't go there because they don't have men that
They don't have a machitza.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't know. I've never gone. I wouldn't go to such a place. But so it's nicht gescheit lefayid. La frume yid doch nicht gehen dort. Elamai, you're sitting in a bathtub. So one way of looking at it is saying that's not bekarka, it's not nikir that the water came from under the ground. Like when it says bekarka, it means mamish bekarka. It's duke the reisha, duke the sefer. On the other hand, the sefer says if it's a keli, you're not allowed to. Okay, if it's a bathtub, maybe a clawfoot bathtub is mamish a keli. Even that maybe not because it's attached. A regular bathtub is mechuber lakarka. It's mamish mechuber lakarka. Okay, maybe legabe a mikveh noshim, we're not gonna, whatever. But a regular bathtub is mechuber lakarka. You know what? Even the shower is not mamish akeli. Legabe mekabel tuma. Mashiach will come. Yeah. Legabe dina kibel tuma. Akeli is mekabel tuma, right? Mateches akli mateches in mekabel tuma. Are you going to say the pipes in your house and the shower head that's mechuber to that pipe is mekabel tuma? No way, Jose. Oh, if you're going to say yes, you're not going to have a kosher house. Like you go today, we spoke about it many times, in the old quarter of Yerushalayim, where they have where they dug up the house, the gorgeous houses of the Kohanim, which is beautiful, gorgeous. So it's been on the renovation for many years. It's opened up about a year and a half ago. And they show you that the Kohanim were very nizir. Even the ones that were affluent, they were under the ashpah of the culture of the time, and the Mefshanishtas they given as a Heimish. But Dina Tumah V'Tara, very careful with Dina Tumah V'Tara. And we can see from all the Kelim, Akli Avonim, and Amakabal Tumah, they made sure that to live in a way that there's no Tumah. So don't tell me that the pipes in the house are susceptible to Tumah. If the pipes in the house are susceptible to Tumah, every time you tummy, every time you turn on the shower, every time you turn on the sink, guess what? The plumbers are going to become billionaires when Mashiach is going to come. You're going to have to take out all the pipes in your house. I tell them the mikveh, I'm being magazim. Obviously not. They're mechuber lakarka. Okay, so Lagabi making a mikveh for women, for stay, whatever. And it's not like, over there, besides mechuber lakarka, there's aviyos b'di odom, there's shemayim, there's whatever. So I'm not sure. Duke the Reisha, Duke the Sefer. But when we say Chamet Tver has to be bekarka, means mamish, sand in the karka, like, a pit in the ground. Or it means as long as it's not bekeli, like this type of keli, a keli. So the bathtub is not a keli. The bathtub is not a keli.
It's not in the karka.
It's mechuber lakarka. It's mechuber lakarka, and the pipes are also mechuber lakarka. So I'm not so sure, but I looked. No poskim. Today's poskim. I was thinking, find someone. Since it's Eliezer, it's Nosan. Someone. Well, ask because it's not so negeya. Who's asking the shaila? In you know what I mean? But I all the badaiti that in the places where they,
What we're going to do with all the pipes?
yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, it's Dava Poshet. It's not going to be Makabal Tumah. It could be taught.
It's Allah Halamais.
Yeah, it's going to come. So anyway, I'm not so sure. But al atzad, that keli over here means mamash a keli. So a bathtub and a shower is not a keli. So it would be the din l'chayr would be that in Iceland you're allowed to take a hot bath and hot shower in Shabbos. Could be there's other issues. I mean, whatever. Because you have to, if there's any, could be there's a sensor, and you have to find out if the tanks have sensors because I want to make sure that no one gets burnt.
How are they lowering the temperature? Not by special some kind of.
I think it just sits there and it waits.
The same way we do, we put cold water in a pot and we make the electric or whatever to make it hot.
Yeah,
It's
could
the
be.
opposite.
So there could be
They're cooling.
could be they
Actually
put cold
cooling.
water inside. So it could be there's other issues that I mean not
Refrigerator tank.
maybe they have a refrigerator tank. Maybe that they make it cold.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta check it out.
opposite
You
system.
have to go
Opposite
there, yeah.
system. So it could be when the water comes out, you're firing up the system. You have to find out the details
Right.
of how it works. I think it's a cool thought to say that there's a place in the world where you can take a bath
Just
and
about hot
shower.
shower. I'm not moving there.
The people that live there are very big into hot tubs. Why? Because there's nothing to do. A winter, In the winter, there's 3 hours.
Nature.
3 hours of daylight.
Yeah, and was tut man the ganze Zeit? Sie sitzen hot tubs.
20 hours a night.
Yeah, never. Exactly. Heute is a
Depressing.
gimel. Huh?
I'm surprised there's not a lot of murders over there because it's very depressing.
Exactly. Hamas Amayim Shel Chamitveria. What's Laham Shel Atech? After the Boyim Silan Shel Tzayin Rapiat Silan Yoitz Chutz Lama Omeimam Nishpochim Luka Shebekar.
That's the Gemara.
That was the Mishnah. It was also, this is according to the final Pshat of Toises. We didn't learn the Toises inside. Maybe next week we'll learn the Toises in a way. Maybe not. See if we have time. Anyway, the final thing was that Amas Amayim Shel Chamitveria was, the story was, yeah, the opposite radiator. That they had a pipe going with cold water into, say, this is the Chamitveria, this whole table. It went in,
Like
and then the water in the Chamitveria is so hot. Yeah. No, it's not a tala. It was a pipe in the middle of it.
Yeah,
Right.
There was and the
Right.
pipe was going.
And the
in.
pipe was in the middle of it, and because the hot water is all around it, so the cold water in the pipe, by the time it gets up, huh?
Canal, yeah. There was a little canal in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but it's not really a canal. It's a pipe. Mamish a pipe.
Yeah, with the canal was there, and then they put the pipe inside the canal.
In the canal, yes. And then they had it come out at some place, and then it was a pool, and then that water went into the pool, and it was warm water. Oisen kein kedishes kama my malolo shbesilim babur de baovram der kham shel kham bereze kein atmonim de dabra ma'asav hevel shmai malal nitmenu de kham shel kham tvei. It's called atmonim dabra ma'asav hevel. Shem nikram dabra ma'asav hevel. Gewarnes borbes semeration sein shos lag mit dabra ma'asav hevel afilon bejoy. Vimavit min also. You're not allowed to put atmonim in a dabra ma'asav hevel, even if you did it on Friday. And if you were over chmitzcham, you're not allowed to be nenefim. Okay, me mo behim shchasel shol tzayna v'techa ama sunan ma'amem shrach men aluka beim berechitz beim b'shtia kilu uchamo b'Shabbos. It's as if this water was heated. We look at the water as if it was heated up b'Shabbos, and it's also berechitz, it's also b'shtia. Shosel afilo lirchatz behem ponav yod v'raglo afilo eiverechad v'lvad. We look at this water. That's what Chum said to the Anshe Tveria. In b'Shabbos kahal chamin shochem b'Shabbos v'asu beim berechitz beim b'shtia. Im shachsilon zem be'erev Yomtov, then kacham shochem b'Yomtov shasa lichtem kol gufay. They put the pipe down out of Yomtov. Again, it's like cham that was cooked on Yomtov, so it's also lichtem kol gufay. Ayrubai, aval mutarim mishtia. You're allowed to drink this water. Alichet behem ponav yod v'raglo. Mendel is also here.
No, just went back.
Oh, he went back.
Yeah.
There's no chashash yechata b'gecholim in this type of situation. What is the issue then that
the issue
it's not getting cooked by anything.
Chum said also lahatma medover amois of hevel, even on Friday.
Oh, okay.
That was a separate issue. And even though the reason of that issue doesn't apply over here, Shem yechata b'gecholim.
Yeah, there's no
water. There's no gecholim. Doesn't matter. They said a rule: you're not allowed to make a tmona medover amois of hevel. Finished.
Yeah.
B'chol zek shukuf hasilan mukev mekol tzad the piv yoytzev chutz la'ama. This is the system where there's a pipe. Again, this is say the chametz area. This is the hot water. This is like, and they put a pipe that goes in here, and it goes a whole length, and it's covered with the water. So that's like atmona, and that is what Chum said is also. When the actual pipe is running through the entire chametz area, and it's mukiv mikol tzad with hot water. And the other side of the pipe goes outside the amma. If he has a pipe that's just bringing cold water into the amma, it's not called atmona. The cold water goes into the hot. It's not called atmona. Rashi holds it is, but we disagree with. We don't pass it like Rashi. You're allowed to have a pipe pumping in cold water into the chametz area. And there's no bishul over here. If the cold water is coming in from before Shabbos, no problem. You're allowed to, the whole body's allowed to go in just like any regular chametz. Again, going back to what I was saying.
Cool off Hamet Tveria.
Yeah, they have the Chamet Tveria that's too hot. It's like it's Chamet Tveria, whatever. It's 250 degrees, 300 degrees. In these places with these geysers, say Yellowstone, where so the signs that people should be careful. The water could go up 800 degrees. Al derech haguzma, it gets very, very, very hot. 800 degrees. There's signs that people, please, be careful. Don't touch. It's like a pizza oven. Like putting your hand into a pizza oven.
You probably see steam coming out.
Yeah, sure. That's why you do see steam. You see steam. So in Iceland, in there are certain places, wherever you're driving, you see from under the ground, every like 100 feet, steam is coming up from under the ground. It's like funny, as if there was like 300 kitchens. Yeah, yeah. Like in Manhattan, drive, you see like it's as if there's 300, Gehenim is mamish door. They're cooking, Koirach and his sons at that dancing there. So Bemis is back to the Shiloh I was saying before, in a place like Iceland where they bring all their water, hot water from underground. That's Chametveria. So if they have a system where cold water is coming in and it's automatic and it's not when you're turning the faucet and the cold water is coming in and this thing is it started me boy and cold water is coming into the hot, then it's fine. And bottom line is that we have Gzeres Merchatzos. Chazal saw that the people that were running the bathhouses were heating up the water and they were not putting a blech, and that was a problem. Someone wanted to make very strict, so they said no bath, no shower on Shabbos. And I don't care if the water was heated up today, yesterday, or the day before. The only thing that Chachamim didn't put in part of the Gzeira is Chametveria. And the Chametveria, as we said, is a machloikis if it's indoors, but we pass on the kula. Alamai can't be Bekeli, has to be Bekarka. And as we said, there's a shaila here about that. And then we spoke about when the Mishnah said that the people at Tveria used to put a pipe, Amasa. So we said that the halacha is like the third shot in Toisvus, that they had a pipe going through. They went from a city water from Rishuyot Hamayim Shel Tveria. No, you have like in Israel what's called Moreshet Hamayim, Rishuyot Hamayim, something like that. It says on the beeps.
Right.
It says like the water authority of Tveria, however you say it in Hebrew, water authority of Tveria. So they have a pipe connected to the water authority of Tveria, and they'd have the hot water going through the pipe, the whole length of Chamet Tveria, come out the other side, and they were hot. So that we said is taka also. So that's one of the Davar and that's what Chum said in B'Shabbos. Not allowed to. It's like water that you cook in Shabbos, not allowed to drink, have enough of it. But if it's taka the other pshat, that the water just was leaking into the Chamet Tveria, they pumped a lot of cold water, but they'd set up the system from Friday, no problem. A minion?
Yes,
So you need two more.
Yeah, but they have the whole
We don't need the whole chaver. Two guys from the chaver.
so from the rabbi can talk.
I'm gonna come over with Avigdor. I'm gonna come with Avigdor.
Huh?
I'm coming with Avigdor, so we'll have 10.
Oh, amazing.
Who?
Two people are coming.
Yes. I was just think that, you know.
Oh, okay, fine.
They're-
Okay, we got him in.
Yes.
Okay, let's learn another locha devaila. Why not? Let's learn Dalet. Lo yishtatev adam b'tzayno in kol gufo v'schamim keneged hamedura. Person is not allowed to take a shower or a bath in cold water and then walk out and stand in front of the madura to get warmed up because he's warming the water that's on his body. And even though it doesn't become really hot, but at the end of the day is that he was reichutz b'cham and kol gufay. So it's nothing to do with cooking the water. Cooking water, you would have to have the water ziyat by. And the average person is not going to stand there in front of the fire until the water that's sitting on his body is Yatzalad's body. But still, it's Xeris Mechatzos. And bottom line is now he bathed in hot water, and that's Chum said is also. But he's allowed to warm up his body next to the fire and then jump into a cold mikveh. Because the water is not going to get that warm. It's fine. He's going to get cold. The water ain't going to get that warm.
When there's a mikveh in Yerushalayim, all people go inside with the steps, or what is it called?
Schwitz.
Schwitz. And then they go into a cold water. All the people go, I couldn't understand.
Ich kann nicht verstehen.
Not the hot and not the cold. But mom from the coast,
Yeah. modna taiva. יש אומרים שאפילו הרויח ציודה, צריך לזור שלא ילחמם כנגד המדורה. That even if it's his hands. So you're allowed to wash pon of yoda v'raglo, warm water, if the water were warmed up before Shabbos. So they say nope. They say nope. They say you're not allowed to warm up your hands. Once, if you wash your hands, you're not allowed to put it on top of the radiator. I feel the welcome change even if it's not the Yatzalatzba. If it will be Yatzalatzba, I understand why we are saying. Because you just washed your hands with cold water and you're standing on top of the radiator, you're putting your hand in the radiator, and now you're cooking this water. It's not a lot of water, but you're cooking, maybe less than the shear. You're cooking water. But here it's not Yatzalatzba. Still, it's awesome. You have to first wipe your hands with a towel well, and your hands should not be wet before you put your hands on the radiator. Because he's making the water warm. It will end up being that he bathed he washed his hands with Cham Shuchim b'Shabbos. Cham Shuchim b'Shabbos. Afilu behete. Also lechazvan. Afilu ever echad. Say there was someone that was a choila, or a guy that heated water for himself.
It's a gzeira.
Whatever it is, that this is all part of the gzeira. If Cham Shuchim b'Shabbos, even if it was Huchim beheter, it's also lechazvan. Afilu ever echad. Afilu Huchim alamahat. Shani Yatzalad boy. That when did we say you're allowed to have one of the other ragla of water? From Friday. But water that was heated in Shabbos is part of Gezeres Machatzos, even though it was heated beheter. I don't care. The guy did it for himself. So it's no problem. The guy did that, it's clear the guy didn't do it for me. So that's not, but still, that's part of Gezeres Machatzos. V'yishlahachmir ivreim. You have to be machmir like this thing.
So we didn't answer the question. I'll take a shower on Yomtov.
Oh, shower and Yomtov.
We're waiting for
Very
Shabbos night.
No, that Bli Neder, I have already all my shiurim set up already till the Sunday after. I have Mama's very cool shiurim, but unbelievable stuff. Hakimina Layodi, unbelievable stuff. But
Especially when you have little children on Yomtov, it's impossible.
huh?
No,
We
but
talk
you want
about
to give them a hot shower on Yomtov, the second day of Yomtov.
The children, everything is discussed. Bli Neder like this. This Sunday, we're gonna do a special shir. As I'm ready to go to the oil, someone brings me a Ksaviat Kodesh from the Rebbe. Never ever been published. He just found it in his father's files. Beautiful tshuva about 2 issues. I can't believe it. He said, I'll bring you the original. He said, I hope you understand. I can't give you the original. Chaim Portowitz. You know Chaim Portowitz? To me, unbelievable story, connection to this letter. He's an administrator here in Turo. I called him to. So that'll be a shir this Sunday.
Not in the corner of Mershon at night.
No, I'll do it Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. I watch it.
And then next Sunday, I'm going to do about taking a shower on Shabbos. And the following Sunday, I'll probably do about crossing the date line. It's going to be Sunday, right after Shavuos. Isra Chag, Salabavitch has to talk about crossing the date line. And then have the Shita. So we'll do that, and Blina the Shavuos night we'll do the Shin on the Kaela. Okay. and the sign that the Rebbe Rashab put up in the Beis Medrash Lubavitch in Tafresh Samach Lo. And it's really cool thing. Okay, so
Need one.
Mitzvah Shem, mit reingehen in the Mitzvah Boden and Teure.
So,
Avremi is here. Oh, Avremi, you came for Avigdor.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much, Avremi.
Sinim also has a minute to go to the mikveh and not to take a hot shower on Shabbos. But that, not.
Yeah, Erev Shabbos. It's
No, no.
that is how.
Shabbos morning, you go to the mikveh, not to use the towel. Without
That's how there can be schita. We're going to get to that too.
That's what we just said before.
Right,
with the
right,
lady,
the-
that,
Right, right.
she's allowed to
No, but
Shabbos.
there, the women were amaratzim.
Chashash,
And they used to take the water in the towel and
so he had that clean
Right.
himself. What I'm saying.
today's geworden in das Hapach HaYotzres. The Bochre Masach was eine größere Amaratzim. The Mädels gegangen in Beis Yaakov
The more machmir that.
und sie sind eine größere Talmidei Chachomes wie der Bochre Mlach. So sag dem Hoffechaint. Okay, thank you, David, for joining us. Kabbalah Satoira besimcha bepnimius.